Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season one finale of Power Rangers Phantasm. Don't be so excited, guys. Jeez.
Well, you have to do
Yeah.
your
It's-
introductions first, there, Benifer, and then we'll give
Y'all
you
just
the
like,
energy.
It's the last episode.
Well, I'm not
yeah,
excited.
we're all
This has been a
excited.
lot of fun.
Like it's
You'll get
sad.
my
Yeah, it's been
energy when
great.
it's warranted.
It's warranted.
No,
It's
season
not.
finale's not warranted.
Wait,
It's some
why are you
sadness
so
right
happy
there.
to end this?
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
It's
guys,
Fun Wednesday thing.
story.
welcome everybody. Yeah, it's gonna be the last episode of season one, and we'll get to see if we can actually pull off a TPK or if you guys can survive. We'll get it
This
figured
is the
out.
episode that Keith dies.
So for shout outs again, shout out to Renegade Game Studios for hooking us up with our affiliate link. That has been pretty cool. We really appreciated it. It's been awesome stuff. What else we got going on? Again, one final shout out for this series. For Isabella Gall, who hooked us up with all the awesome artwork for the Power Rangers for the unmorphed and morphed forms. You'll get to see more of Bella's artwork coming up. They are awesome. They're working with us this summer as an intern, so you'll actually, if everything goes well, they should be on stream with us next week.
Oh,
We'll see how it
Nice.
goes. Again, shout out to Musa Productions for hooking us up with the awesome intro track. That's been fun. That's been really fun. So thank you so much for that. Let's see what else we got. Fallout Greedy Creek. How's that going?
well, it was a holiday, so we didn't get to have it this week. But it's going
Well,
very well. I mean, we've been having a lot of fun with it. We're gonna run it for like another month at least, while before we have something replacing us, because I don't think that we have the Marvel campaign quite ready yet, and that's what'll be replacing it when that's done. But it's been fun. We have a lot of ways to go, so it's like this is an infinite possibilities game. I'm really letting them sandbox this whatever direction they'd like to go. So, but it's going pretty good. Yeah.
awesome. We also got an awesome thing. Well, ads are starting. Um, we have an awesome thing coming up. We actually was able to get a hold of a Steam key for Telspire, which is the software that Rune's been using as game master to run the Fallout system.
It's fun system.
It is a 3D virtual tabletop, and we were able to get a Steam code, and we're going to give the Steam code away at the end of June as a sub drive for Artifacts of Rowling. So if you take a look at Tailspire, you like the stuffs, come on in for the month of June, hit a sub, and you'll be put into the running to get that Steam key. So it's going to be pretty cool. What else we got going on? Name of the game. Name of the game TCG stuff is they are doing some awesome cooking right. They're trying to figure out what they want to work on next. They have some awesome magic content in the works. We're going to see some awesome stuff coming in from those guys. It's going to be awesome. You said awesome 5 times.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it seems it seems like they're wanting to do a bit of a shift in their formatting too, to find something that fits the styling.
Oh yeah, because they've got them a team together, and it is like they have some awesome stuff in the works, and I'm excited to see what comes with it. It's going to be good stuff. Tales of the Square Table, they are also cooking. We've been having some technical issues here in the office.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah, I mean, we've almost got all the sound done for it. We did a test episode once already, and we had the issues with the internet, but it actually flowed very, very well. It was just technical issues, but you guys are about to get better internet, so you can quit using smoke signals to try and get this feed over here.
That is fair.
Yeah, and then the sound. That's the last little barrier for that one, and it's going to be good to where you guys can really start running stuff out of house there, because I know that once you have that ability, you can start producing a lot more things. People can come through and pitch ideas, so on and so forth. So that's going to open up a lot of possibilities, because I'd love to see like a few podcasts a week being filmed in there. The equipment's already there. There's no reason not to be doing it.
Exactly, and that's what we're trying to do to get it set up and going. So we're growing, and we have awesome things in the works. So please stick around. Your support means the world to us. Thank you guys. Especially thank you, Big Papa. We appreciate you.
Like it when you call
What
me
else we
Big
got?
Papa. Put your hands in the
Right.
air if you're a true player.
See. Yeah, Inner Geekdom. What y'all got going on?
So tomorrow we have our second episode of the Inner Geekdom podcast. We're going to be talking about China's influence on American media. That's going to be the big topic. That one's going to be pretty fun. And then we are going to be talking about video games that we would like to see get a remake. So pretty fun topics, I think. And of course, we always start out the show with the weekend what to watch, where we tell you what games, movies, TV shows, what's on streaming, what should you be getting into over the weekend if you are someone like me and don't like to go out that much. But yeah, so that we've got that. We've been playing a lot of Red M, obviously. It's a big thing. The Buckman bunch is growing, as always, causing havoc on all of the natural state RP server. It's been pretty fun. We've mostly been hunting, to be honest, but you know, it's a good time. I play Herbert Buckman, head of the Buckman bunch, 70 years old. It's a fun character to play.
Good.
If you guys haven't figured out at this point, I enjoy doing voices for characters.
I did not get that at all.
No,
I
never.
never could have guessed.
Never.
Yeah.
Nope. Your face has actually been on this channel, if we count last July, almost a year. I've never once picked that up.
Right. It'd be funny if, like, what's funny about that game, though, is the fact that most people aren't watching me streaming, so they have no clue what my actual voice even is, and that is just beautiful to me.
It's
That is
hilarious to me.
But yeah. So be sure to check them out. They got some awesome stuff in the works. It's gonna be some good stuff.
Yeah.
And last but not least, starting next week, we will have a new campaign taking place on Wednesday nights. We're moving the start time to 7. Sorry, Excel. We're moving the start time to 7. It's going to be a 3-hour session of Iados Tamers, which is the title of a web serial that I have coming out next week. We're releasing it, doing a freemium thing for free. It's Lit RPG. If you don't know what that is, Lit RPG is literally a system takes over the world. People have to survive with it. And so this story is a bit Monster Hunter meets Pokemon meets Mad Max. It's a bit weird.
I'll throw some Fallout in there too, from what I've heard. It has a bit of a Fallout to it.
Yeah, some Fallout vibe. It's the end of the world, and monsters caused it. So yeah,
I'm super
so it's
excited
going to be.
about read it.
So it's going to be cool. It comes out June 3rd on Royal Road and Patreon. You can actually get advanced chapters starting June 3rd on Patreon. And hopefully, if the Patreon drive goes well enough, for every 10 patrons that subscribe, we get to add an extra chapter for advanced release. So we got cover artwork in this week for it. It looks awesome. Bella Gall actually did the cover work. It is cool stuff. We'll be sharing that hopefully soon. But yeah, please stick around. It's going to be an awesome campaign. We're using the Animon story system that Zach Barreau designed a couple years ago. There was a whole Kickstarter for it. So it's the system is designed to be like Pokemon, Digimon meets Dungeons and Dragons. And because of the Creative Club contract with Animon Story, we have to put the disclaimer that it is not intended for those audiences. I read that this week.
Yeah.
So we have to actually include that clause. That it's like, don't come in here expecting Pokemon, especially when, my Charizard knocks you in half, but then takes off running and blows up a building.
I mean, it's a cool system though. I play tested it with you like the day that you got the system or something like that. Like,
yeah,
so
the week we got it. It was really cool.
It was a pretty fun system. We were playing it in with more of the Digimon vibe, but I do like the fact that when you look into that system, so if you end up ever wanting to go and get the book, anyone that watches this, you can really kind of play out what type of abilities you want. If you want to have a fusion ability where you can fuse 2 of your monsters together, or if you want to have an armored ability where you can turn your creature into an armor that you wear, like there's systems for that in there. And so it really lets you kind of shape it in the type of season that you're wanting to kind of portray. And I like that type of flexibility for sure. It opens it up a lot.
Absolutely, it's because of that flexibility that we're plugging in the web serial into the system,
Yeah.
and so it's gonna be really cool. We're gonna try our hands at a virtual tabletop with it as well, and so it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a lot of original artwork, a lot of original monsters coming out, some awesome stuff coming through the Patreon. So please keep an eye out for it. It's gonna be some great stuff coming your way. That is all I currently have. I guess we can start with your all's introductions for the second to last time for this series or season one anyway. So we will start down below me and go with Shorty.
Oh, I guess I'm first this time.
You are.
So, I'm Shorty Mafia, or Shorty.
Mhm.
I stream on Twitch, and I should be starting getting to the YouTube soon. Fingers crossed. Starting to get all that set up.
The YouTube.
Yeah.
The YouTube.
I'm going to try with shorts and stuff like that for now and see where it goes.
Okay.
So, if y'all want, give me a follow on Twitch, and I will soon have a link for you to follow me on YouTube. We're supposed to be getting into some just some fun clips of Minecraft and stuff like that, some fun scenarios. And with the Red Dead, I'm hoping to get a bunch of nice little RP scenarios going with that, because I'm officially a blacksmith now on the server. So
and a part of the
having a lot of fun
bunch.
with that. Yep.
You're one of the founding members. We have you as our treasurer on the paperwork.
Which is ironic because I'm also the treasurer at my current work.
Oh, there you go.
But
you're supposed to be role playing, dude. What's up?
Right?
What is up?
I didn't pick the job.
It's just
They gave it to
between me. Well, it was me and Jared, and then Shorty was like the third, like most active person in our group. So it made sense for him to be the third, like third member of the family.
Yeah.
Which is also ironically enough how I got the treasurer position where I work too, because I was
Just
the
there.
third most active person.
Just there.
They pulled me off to the side and say, "Hey, you've been showing up. This is now your job." I'm like, "What?"
Yep.
I'll take it, I guess.
Man, in this economy, it's that easy to get a job. Jeez. Goodness
Oh, I have
gracious.
more than one. That's the sad part. I'm about to pick up another one. But
Oh, great.
yeah.
Great.
But yeah, that's everything going on with me right now. So look forward to that. I'm getting my link tree together, and as soon as that's all put together, I will have it for everybody. So yeah, give me a follow on Twitch.
If you're using the Streamlabs Ultra, it comes with one.
I am using the Streamlabs Ultra. I'm just setting it all up right now.
If you need any help, I've set a few of them up now for people, so I can help you if you need any help with that.
But we'll talk after the stream.
Absolutely. So next up, we have Rune.
That'd be me. Hi, everybody. My name is Rune, and I am playing the adorable Keith. And for anybody that doesn't know, his first name is Tobias. Toby Keith. Get it? It's a joke. You're allowed to laugh now, audience. Okay. So, I do a lot of my stuff over on Inner Geekdom. I'm the one that streams out when we're doing Red Dead. We're also doing the podcast tomorrow. That's what I do. And I am also pretty much producer dude over here at Artificer. So yeah, if you're watching anything on either of the channels, I probably have some type of involvement with it in some form or fashion. But yeah, if you want to see me and support me, go see the Inner Geekdom stuff. I also find Runes and Roses. That's me and my girlfriend's shop online. We need to get a link to that at some point so that way we can share that out. But yeah, Runes and Roses, we're setting up places and selling stuff. So yep.
And last but not least, we got the Lady Excel. Lady Excel, how are you?
Lovely. Hey, so I'm Excel. I play Luna Sphinx. If you are just now tuning in, go back and watch all the other episodes. Don't watch this yet. I mean, maybe watch this. I don't know. And then go back and watch. I don't do a lot of streaming yet because I've got to get some stuff set up, but you can play Fortnite with me. It's Lady Excel on there, or you can even give me a follow on my Instagram, and I'll eventually have all my links set up on my Insta. That's at Liz Hello.
Be careful though, because she's been playing solo, so if you add her, she's probably just looking for target practice.
I have been playing solos, and I've won my first match in solos. I'm pretty proud of myself, and I've been finishing pretty good overall until the anxiety and the adrenaline gets to me, and I get shaky, and I'm like, okay, I can't play. That was like 2 matches. I got to sit it down.
She's going and just
That's right.
This
casting
always
her
gets
web
me
into
way
the
worse.
audience, being like, "Come play a game with me," and then
Yeah.
she's just waiting with her
No,
shotgun.
we can play.
Yeah.
We can play. No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can play duos, trios, or squads. Or if you want to be target practice, you can help me learn how
Squad.
to play, and we can do 1 versus 1 in one of those little, things that it's just us.
So you
So I
heard
can
it
be
here.
your target.
Yeah. So you heard it here. You have permission to come ruin their score.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As an old person, I don't know how that stuff works, so I've never played. Yeah.
That's funny.
My kill death is over 1, so I'm pretty happy that I've killed more people currently than what has killed me. I can't complain.
I played that game once. I was really good at hiding. That's the only way I got anywhere.
I hide. I hide a lot because that's
find a
what I
little
was
hidey
taught
hole.
to do. You have to be sneaky, and then you third party it. People are going to get mad at me. You third party it, and you kill 2 birds with, well, not just 1 stone, with lots of bullets. But you spray and pray.
Yee.
I got you. I remember I played a bunch of Black Ops 2. I hated that. Someone would come in and snipe the kill. I hated that.
Oh, I never use sniper rifles because I'm horrible with them. So if you get a sniper rifle, you're gonna get me because I'm not looking for you that far away.
Like,
See,
I hate when people come in and
it's funny.
I hate when someone comes in and just takes your kill. Like, I've loaded 3 clips into this person, they're not dead, and then you just see one just pow.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill. I usually end up shooting the person that's stronger and then going and killing the weaker person. So like you had a chance to get away. I third party in a different way.
Okay. I got you. So, well, that is awesome. Be sure to check them out with Fortnite and ruin their kill death ratio, please.
That's fork knife.
Fork and knife. Gotcha. So, picking up where we left off, you all were hanging out having an autumn festival, which you had been setting up since episode 1. And Alistair came out, actually hung out with you guys.
And then try to absorb people's souls.
Well, Alistair came out. Alistair's your guy.
No,
he's on our
was taking the
team.
other guy.
He was going and trying delicious snacks with me.
It was his brother who was trying to steal people's souls. That's what it was.
Yes,
That's
the brother.
That's not a like. So
It's
Gorgon
headcanon
came out,
for
did a
me.
thing. Gorgon came out, did a thing, tried to basically consume everyone's soul.
Oh, what a jerk!
Yeah, I know. And so runs his mouth off at Alistair, talking about our mother for some reason, and then takes off, disappears, only for you all to get an emergency buzz from your planchette morphers saying there's a problem in Terminus. So as you all get there, you all morph rushing in, you see Gorgrim devastating everything in Terminus, fighting off some of the spirits that call this place home. You see him merge with the spirit guide's flame and grow to a ginormous size. Laying claim to the portal as Alistair runs to take care of his mother, who is laying prone, unmoving on the ground. That is where we left off.
Okay. So, immediately, I want to be like, Autobots, roll out. And then we're going to like summon our Zords.
Right. That seems like what we should do, for real.
So I'm not trying to like.
And exactly that voice coming out of Keith's mouth like makes no sense.
I might have the perk to fight bigger people. Doesn't mean I want to fight that much bigger people.
Right. So as you get ready to call your Zord, in a huge wave of flame, Gorgrim disappears through the portal. And in the distance, from the portal, in the liminal realm, all the way to the city, you hear a loud explosion, even from your all's mountainside hideout. As he has already ran into the city and finished breaking the barrier between the spirit realm and the material realm. Spirits are beginning to appear everywhere. Things look bleak. You're preparing to call for your Zords. But you all also know that if these spirits are making their way into the material plane, some of them are not the best, and you all had to fight them.
So if we step on them with our Zords, we have a better chance.
You might also step on more than them with your Zords, buddy. So
people are gonna have to get out the way. Move, get out the way.
Yeah. So you
also,
got.
this is too much of a hideout if the main villain knows exactly where it is, bro.
It's his old stomping ground. He said they're brothers.
I know. And Alpha said, "I have no idea."
Not much.
He's lying.
Still not much of a
Obviously,
hideout.
look at them. They're practically twins.
Like this conversation is happening as revenants begin to like rip through the portal coming into Terminus.
All right,
wrap this up.
It's like this was an awesome family reunion, apparently. So with that, as revenants rush in, I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. I do not have much of that.
You don't have much. You don't have much initiative.
Well, I guess I do because I just rolled a nat 20. I guess I'm feeling pretty initiated today.
I thought I was good. I have 17.
14.
Black Carrot Juice has me energetic is all get out. Let's go. Shift into turbo. Autobots roll out.
Oy vey.
I want to see that Ranger where he's just the fanboy, and then they become a Ranger.
Oh, you're talking about like the Silver Ranger from well, I guess it was reversed in in the American version it was reversed. In Gokaiger, the Silver Ranger, the one that gets all the Six Ranger powers, he's a fanboy.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Well, and like Akiba Ranger's literally about like fanboys that end up getting powers. That's the unofficial Super Sentai, though. It still is made by the same people and hilarious because it has like other Sentai cameos.
Oh yeah. So with that, what did you all get for initiative?
I got 17.
17. Okay.
14.
Okay. And you said 20?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick it. Whatever I'm doing right now is getting kicked in the face. We got 2 attacks now too, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got smarter and stronger.
All right, so here's a little thing that's kind of fun. The viewers at home might not know. I have a ranged attack now.
Ooh.
I want to kick a hacky sack at it.
Like a fireball.
Yep. Purple flames coming off of it.
Okay. So starting at the top of initiative, we have Keith. You wanting to kick a fireball hacky sack at it?
Oh yes.
Okay. Go for it.
Does a 22 hit?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so it is taking 2 damage from that.
Okay. As you do, you see one of the revenants just poof.
Wasn't that tough, guys?
As 2 more rush through, taking its part.
Oh crap! I'm gonna need more hacky sacks.
That was my favorite one.
I'm going to take a defensive position. Well, I'm taking a defensive position now that I've taken my attack because I did not move more than 5 feet. Advantage of having a ranged attack now.
Yeah. So, do you not have extra attack?
Oh, I do have one. So, yeah, I can actually attack again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's see. That one's 7. There's no way that hits.
Yeah, that does not hit. As you're like, as you go to defensive posture and you're like, oh, maybe one more real quick. And you kick out a hacky sack and it just goes wide.
Yeah, I disrespected it. I treated it like an afterthought. My mind wasn't in it.
All good. You wasn't fully invested. I understand.
It's okay. The first one exploded one of the dudes.
It did. And with that, it is Allah's turn.
So I'm also going to target one of the 2 revenants. Okay. And I am going to charge at it with my daggers.
Go for it.
17.
17 hits.
Nice.
And how much damage does that do?
Give me one second, because my ninja thing gives me a +1 damage as well.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
So,
Yeah. Green flame. We got to keep it on.
Will-O-Wisp. There we go.
There you go. So
It's like that little maid from Has Been Hotel that just gets really stabby, just like.
Does a 15 hit?
yes, it does.
Stab it hard.
So as
Get
you
it, get
yes,
it.
as you took down 2, Kiefer took down 1. It is now going to be Luna's turn.
This
How
is
close?
her
How
boomstick.
close are we?
They are charging in, coming after you. I would say they're
This
running.
isn't 30 feet.
They're going to be within 30 feet. Absolutely.
Oh, you took that ability
yeah.
I told you about, didn't you? I told you
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a perfect ability.
Yeah, I took the sharpshooter's grace ability, so I get 2 upshifts, and I can with the 30 feet and no snag outside of range. It's great.
Yeah.
Yep, I knew you were gonna like that one.
So they start blasting.
Yeah, it was perfect. So I'm gonna start blasting.
So it started blast.
I got a 16 on my first attack.
Oh,
16 hits. 16 does hit with a poof. And you should have
I don't even need to do my rerolls this time.
And then you have a second attack.
Yep, and that one I got a 17.
Yeah, it hit. So you've took out 5 of these things. So they've even got to go. Only thing is, 10 more have took their place. And they're beginning to crowd in and head towards Alistair and Shaman. As Alistair's trying to pick her up and help her out. The Revenants get a go. As one of them charges at Keith. I'm pretty sure that's going to miss. But yeah, that's a total of 6. This one's coming at Alla for a 23. So you will take 1 point of damage. Yep. The 1 point of damage. And then coming at Luna, that is a total of 15. Does that hit?
Look at my strength morphed, yeah.
So 15 does hit. Was it 15 for your toughness?
It says, oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, it's 13.
Well, I mean, if you have, you
I'm
should
morphed-
have.
I'm morphed in my armor, so it makes it a 17 because my armor's 4.
I was about to say, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I knew you heavy armored.
Yeah, I was SOL on that
heavy,
one.
Yeah,
I have heavy armor.
I was like, oof, I'll take that on the chin, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a boss. But by the time they took their turn, 10 more have rushed in. Alistair's looking over at you all. Has Shaman picked up. It's like, we got to get out of here.
They keep multiplying, dude. Explain it. Use some of your magic ability to make them stop. Do you have like a division spell?
It's up.
Shadowflowing Jutsu.
Alistair just shakes his head and quickly begins to launch and take off, flying through the hole in the roof of the cavern.
Oh, not a fan of math? Me either.
So, you take off after him?
Sure.
Yeah, might as well. It's better to stick together than to hang out with all the spirits down here.
Yeah, there's a lot of those dudes, and they're just multiplying. Yep. They're like rabbits down there, man.
So as you all take off, keeping from being surrounded by the Revenants,
the rabbits,
you make it to the air, and from this distance, you can see the city is beginning to burn. As you see a large, very large, burning form of Gorgrim just trying to lay waste to the place.
I think this is the time that we summon our giant robots, guys.
Yeah, see,
we don't have any other options.
So, as you all take off, they're going to take off heading towards the city. Are y'all going to call your Zords?
Yes, I am. Autobots.
Yeah, wow. Definitely going to need to.
Alrighty. So, as you all call your Zords, you see from the lake that separates the mountain range from the town, you see erupting from them comes your Zords from the Raven, Serpent, the Cat, and your Jackalope. All flying through the air, as you all quickly arrive on them, merge with them, getting into their cockpits, and find yourself going, okay, here we are. The city is burning. You have a giant flaming sorcerer destroying the place. What's the plan?
I'm gonna shoot it with my laser.
Shoot them with my laser.
I do have a laser for some reason.
You're firing your laser. Oh, gotcha. So we're going to stay in initiative order. So Keith, you are at top. So go for it.
Oh, I'm not sure how the attacks work with this thing. What its modifiers is. That's crazy. Because it doesn't have the same spots.
Okay. Does it have like just what's the shifts?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even have those on there.
Okay.
I need to look at the book again. Because that's weird.
Yes, I'm scrolling through the core book right now too.
I got you.
Yeah, and Grumble Snot. So, I'm
I
going
got
to use...
you.
Yeah, so I'll use my movement after I used my attack.
Okay, cool. Yes, no problem. So as you do that, take your movement. You find a place to kind of hide within the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Olive, you are up.
See, I'm going to try to restrain him since I'm a snake. I can use my body like a rope.
Mm-hmm.
So go for that.
Constrict that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I've never had to do a Zord type thing before. This is interesting.
You're good.
There's a 25 hit.
Yes, it does.
Nice.
Smack 'em.
So how much damage does that do to this thing?
I'm looking for the Zord damage right now. So this book is so freaking big.
I know. That's great system. It works wonderfully. That is one of the complaints is how everything is laid out.
Yep.
So
It is a bit of a jumbled up kind of problem. I hope that there's a revision version at some point that like restructures that.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Sure.
Because that's
So
that's
where
the
would I
biggest flaw of
find
the game.
that on this? There's so much Zord stuff in here that it's actually
It'll be with the
mind-boggling.
stat block you use to base off your Zord.
Yep.
Scroll down. Cool. Since it's a melee attack, I get a +1 damage, so it'd be 2.
Nice. So and let's see here.
Yeah, auxiliary Zord.
Oh yeah. So as you come up and are you just trying to strike it or are you trying to like constrict and wrap around it?
I restrict him.
Okay.
But he's probably going to take impact damage from me hitting him from trying to restrict him.
Okay. Sounds good. So
And probably have
as
to
you go
do
to
like a
fit-
contested roll or something. I'm not exactly sure how that works.
we'll take care of it. Yeah, we'll do a contested roll. Give me, let's see here. Well, I guess you'll have to give me a driving check. And he's gonna have to give me a strength based check. Athletics check. Or skill test. Let's see. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then 17.
I rolled a nat 20 plus
Damn.
3.
Damn.
So
What's up
as you
here?
go as you go to constrict him, the first thing you notice is that it's hot in here. So it is warm, as he's a living embodiment of flame. And as you try to constrict and wrap around him, you just feel heat keeping you from fully executing your grapple.
I'm from Japan. I'm used to the heat. It's fine.
Okay, I got you. So it's fine. It should be fine. I'm sitting in fire. It should be fine. With
Everything's
that,
all right.
It's all good. Everything's awesome. All good. Luna, you are up. As you're charging with your kitty cat, what you gonna do?
How close am I?
As close
It's
as you want
important.
to be. You can get within distance. You're good.
I can bite him.
Yeah, go for
My
it.
kitty cat can bite.
If you want to try
Yeah.
to bite something on fire, absolutely.
Might burn your tongue a little bit.
That's okay. I'll survive it. I'm looking for my dice. Sorry.
It's like those Tostino's pizza rolls, man. You just can't wait long enough. You know.
And you bite the
Yeah,
corner
I'm doing
off.
one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
18.
18 misses.
No
As
way.
you fly in, we'll make this kind of look awesome. You fly in, hit the ground, charge, running after him. Zord's claws, like jaws, open up to go bite, and you find yourself just passing through this thing's arm. The more you're allowing him to destroy and consume, the more like fire he is becoming. So you kind of phase through him as he is becoming living flame. And with that, it is now going to be his turn, as Allah is the only one within reach.
Of course I am.
So I'm one with the smoke. I'm gonna sneak up and kick this butt nugget next turn.
So he has the ability called Zord Bane, which means whenever targeting a Zord of any kind, this character gains a plus a 1 upshift on the attack skill test and adds +1 damage. So as you're trying to grapple this thing, he is going to attempt, see here, a monstrous talon attack. 13.
No.
Oh yeah, I rolled horribly that time.
No.
So basically, as he like brings his fist up to slam him down, you quickly just slip around
Slide.
out of his grasp. Yeah, as you get out of his grasp, and yeah. So with that, you see a coin, like he begins to like kind of pulse, and the flames that make up his body turn a different color. And you immediately notice the spirits that have came to the material plane are being drawn in towards Gorgrim very slowly, but they are beginning to head to him to power him up. As he looks you the four of you over, is this all you had? This world was doomed from the start if this is all you had.
Hey, you missed your attack on me. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Right. And with that, it's going to be Alistair's turn. And
Give
he
him
is
the
going to-
bird.
That's what he's going to try
Give
to do.
him the bird.
I rolled a 13, so he misses. As he swoops in, you see Azor just kind of, the wings come out, turning into blades as he tries to swap. He basically just passes through the flames. And you see the metal that makes up his Zord actually heat up as he passes through the torso of Gorgrim. Gorgrim is now primordial fire, consuming everything. You all have only managed to get one shot in on him.
Shorty,
So-
why did you pick fire as your element? We need water up here, bro.
Right?
Was it
So-
my turn then?
They'll be going back to the top of initiative. It will be your turn, Keith. What are you
Oh,
going to do, buddy?
I'm curious. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah,
I'm gonna kick him in the face.
do it. As you come out of this, as you come flying out of the smoke, just poof, you just
Double
see a
rabbit
giant,
foot right to the face.
you just see a jackalope just womp, womp. Is it 1 point of damage or 2, bud?
It's 2. My ranged only does 1. My close up does 2, but it also does emotional damage.
What's the emotional damage of it?
I tell him that he sucks and he's about to lose. Ha ha! And I kick him in the face.
I rolled a 7, so he failed the save.
Feel that emotional damage.
He failed it. So as you go up and like somehow you connect with something, but your rabbit still passes through him, and you're like, it's a bit weird.
I
But
felt something,
if you-
guys. Just keep hitting him anyway.
Well,
as
he
you
also
grab it-
gets edge as well because of my ninja powered perk, because that also transfers over to Zords.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Very
just
nice.
heads up to anyone who attacks him.
Mhm.
Grants edge to allies who have attacked a target already attacked by me.
Good
That's
lordy.
awesome.
So just heads
That
up
is
to that,
awesome.
guys.
Look at you all becoming a team. I'm so proud. With that, Ollie, you're up.
I'm going to bite him since I'm already within striking range.
Do
Okay.
it.
So,
He's just a hot Cheeto waiting to be bitten too.
Mm-hmm.
so does a 27 hit?
Yeah,
It
does it?
does.
I was curious
does.
if it would hit, Ben. I was worried for a second there.
Because I got a nat 20 and a 7.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
Which I will take.
That hits so good. It hits so good.
Come on, baby, yeah, it hits so good.
And since does our level up also go to our Zords as well? So we get 2 attacks now?
I don't know if it goes to the Zords.
That's why I'm asking the GM.
I didn't think the perks did, but they might.
Oh, okay. Because the health is crap in this thing?
Yeah.
So he's going to take another 2 things of damage anyway.
We would demolish
because I still get the +1.
Okay, so how much damage? So he takes 2 points of damage from this hit?
Yeah, so he's -4 right now.
Okay, sounds good. So Alla takes his turn. Then it is going to be Luna's turn. What are you going
It's
to
my turn.
Cough a fur ball up on it.
I'm gonna try to hit him with my tail.
Do you have a ranged
My little
attack?
laser
Because a
tail.
fur ball would be really funny.
I mean, I have both my attack. Well, I guess my tail laser is technically a ranged attack because it's 50 to 120 feet. So if you want it to be a giant fur ball that I'm coughing at him, Keith, I'm doing it for you. It doesn't have to be a tail whip.
I kind of want I kind of want my range to be a little bunny pellet shoots out of my Zord's ass and just goes pew!
Okay. Here's the deal. I will allow it for the both of you, but you both have to actually describe and animate what happens. As
Oh, 100%. I want just I
need another 5 minutes of this.
Like, man,
it's charging, and then all of a sudden, I'm firing my laser.
Oh, God, like,
I got it out.
Oh my God!
Just imagining a Megazord doing that. It's just beautiful.
Wait, is there carpet down? Because if I'm not on carpet, I can't do it.
Oh crap!
Because it has to be on carpet.
On the carpet, right?
Grass.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On the buildings. Like it's gonna miss him completely because it's got to go on the carpet.
You've got this though.
Yeah, absolutely. So roll for the fur ball to see if it hits.
All right, let's see if this fur ball hits. This is ridiculous. Does a 23 hit? Does my fur ball hit?
23 hits.
Do it!
Nice.
Yes.
So how many points? Oh, you do the, if it's a fur ball, so we know you're coughing it up.
It's a metal fur ball.
That sounds horrible.
It's got gears and stuff in it.
That sounds horrible.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Does it?
Quite painful.
As a
Quite
cat
painful.
owner, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. Right. So you all watch as Luna Zord coughs up a metal fur ball, sending it flying through the air and somehow connecting with this primordial fire. How much fur ball damage does he take? Is it 1 or 2?
I don't know because I didn't see that in the book.
So basically, what it tends to be is you have one that's going to be 1 and the other that's going to be 2. Do you have more of a ranged or a close? Are you close range or far range with your abilities typically?
Well, the bite's 15 feet and the ranged is like up to 120 feet. So
I got you. Because you're a range build anyway, we're going to say it's 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Sweet.
So your bite will do 1, but your fur ball does 2 damage.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
So it's like a shot. So it's like a fur ball shotgun, just pull.
Like essentially, because it makes perfect sense that fur balls do more damage than bite.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Power Rangers.
So with that, it is going to be Gorgrim's turn.
It's actually that is an energy damage. It's different than a sharp damage. It's energy, the force.
Okay. It is.
So it's
So-
like a flaming red ball of fur just shooting
Oh,
out of
yeah.
its mouth.
Essentially. And he
Yep.
is going to return the favor by hurling flame.
I was
back
gonna
at
laugh
you.
if he was gonna do a furball back at her, just like, oh, you thought
Oh.
you were
Return to
tough?
sender.
Oh, you thought you were cool?
Oh no, this thing has. Oh no, this thing has. Oh, it has. Okay, this is a targeting check, and it can target up to 3. So he is going to come after all
lovely.
3 of you with this. So let's see. He's like, "This is how you throw. This is how you hurl a fur ball." So multiple targets.
This has gone out of control. Nobody wants to hear about the fur balls, man.
So we'll say the first one going at Luna is going to be an 18. Does that hit? Hit your Zord?
What do I look at? My toughness?
Yes. Toughness
It's
or evasion?
18.
Yeah.
It's 18 with
Okay.
1 and plus 1 armor. That's what it says.
Okay. So that hits. Ooh. Then coming at Alla, we have a 23 again.
Fucking,
Good
that's your
lordy.
third 23 against me.
I've rolled a 19 and a 4 that time.
God
It's
damn.
so.
That one
and-
hits.
And coming at Keith, there's a 20 hit.
Yeah, it hits.
So you both will. All 3 of you will take 2 points of fire damage.
Yeah, because I don't think that my dodgy ability does. Our perks transfer over or no?
He didn't let the other perks transfer over, like the sharp. Well, I guess
So
my
those
sharpshooter
don't?
doesn't count.
I don't believe they do.
Okay.
So for this being just a level 5, I will say no. If I am incorrect, please let me know in the comments.
Then yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. So all 3 of you will take 2 points of damage as we see Alistair going to come in and try one more attack. The dude's not doing well. He rolled a 15. And that
Allie, what's up?
that triggers. Let's see. As he tries to fly away, we actually see his Raven Zord as he passes through. You just see a fist slam down over the Raven, knocking him down to the ground.
That's
As
unfortunate.
the Raven Zord is like almost crumpled under his fist.
Alistair, you're not a very good driver, dude. You all right?
There's no response.
Guys, I think that we might have a casualty. This is not looking good. We better take this guy down now before we end up with more.
So with that, going back to the top of initiative, what's the plan, Keith?
I'm gonna kick him in the face.
That is pro bono for you.
It works.
It
works.
It's kind of just
Okay.
Keith's go-to.
Alrighty, let's see here. Go for it.
All right, it's a 19.
19 will miss.
Really?
Yeah. As you rush up, like, I'm going to kick it. You jump up, and your 19 does miss. Let's see here. Ooh, yeah, that's going to miss you. Okay, so as you jump up and try to kick him, like you go to pass through him, and you actually see a hand come out and swap at you, trying to catch your Zord.
I'm like, bad
No,
touch.
you
No,
missed it.
I'll call
He
Chris
missed
Hansen
it.
on you, dude.
You just hear this as this
I'm
rabbit
just
just
gonna
flies
ask
in the air.
you to have a seat right here. I need you to go ahead and have a seat right here.
Just have a seat, Gorgrim.
Here. Go ahead and have a seat right here, Gorgrim. Go ahead. Do you need some assistance?
It's like so why did you go snipe hunting? What was it? What was you trying to do today? So with that, Alla, you're up.
I'm gonna go check on our good friend in the bird.
You're pretty
Zord.
close by.
Yeah,
He
so
knocked it down. Yeah.
I want to go check on him.
Okay. Are you going to get out of your Zord?
Don't do it.
No,
There's a giant flaming chicken
I
nugget
can
trying to kill us
investigate
right now.
inside my giant snake.
Okay. So you kind of just like slither over, just pretty close by.
Yeah,
within range even. And so, how are you going to check in? There's no response coming from the cockpit.
I can probably see the condition of the cockpit. See if it's crushed inwards or not.
It's not crushed inwards. Give me, let's see here. Give me an alertness skill test.
Okay. Does an 18 do good?
18 does good.
Yes.
It's very faint, but you see what looks to be a flutter of black wings, not at the cockpit, but on the building adjacent. And you see
He's good, boy.
Alistair coming out and actually trying to set his mom down because Shaman is still unconscious.
I wasn't worried about her.
Wake her mom up. Tell her to come and help us fight.
I need the guy with all the powers.
Right. So he, as you see that, you see another flurry of feathers, and he quickly returns to his Zord, and you hear like a almost like a horrible kerchunk, but he's trying to get up, and so it happened just very quickly. A quick teleport to deliver his mom to safety, then return to the cockpit of the Ravens.
Cool. I'm glad I checked up on him.
Cool. That will be. I will say, if you want to, since he was within range for you to see this, I will still give you an attack.
I'm going for that dude's ankles.
Do it by
Go
the
for it.
shins.
Go for it.
Or at least slither over his
22.
toes and make him feel really gross.
22
Yes, 2-2.
just hits.
Ooh, I'll take it though.
Yeah.
Just hits. So as you
Killing us over here.
connect with it,
That's 6
you
points of
actually-
damage I've done to this dude.
oh, I know, and he stumbles, he begins to as you've actually wrapped around, bit into his ankle, you actually cause him to fall.
Nice.
But the issue is, no one's tried to stop the move, or he was trying to summon spirits.
So he's just getting stronger and stronger and healing.
Not yet.
I'm going to
But
kick him in his mouth again to make sure he doesn't eat him.
So as he has fallen, Luna, it's your turn. He has fallen, and you actually see some of these spirits
I've fallen and I can't get up.
to Gorgrim be consumed by him. What are you going to do? Are you going to try to attack him?
Repeat that one more time.
Okay, you see these spirits that have crossed into the material plane, slowly making their way to Gorgrim to be consumed by him to heal him. Are you going to try to stop them? Or are you going to attack Gorgrim while he's...
Boys, finish him off. Boys, finish him off. You all deal with that. I'm going to go seal that. I'm going to go try to seal that rip in the rift.
Okay. So Luna takes off, trying to head back to Terminus, see if they can actually shut down the rift, leaving you two to face Gorgrim. And it is now his turn.
Wait, can I take Alistair's mother with me? Am I close enough to do that to get her out of this?
Yeah.
Let me take Shaman with me.
Okay.
And let all three of the boys handle it.
Okay. So I'm going to give you an option. It is going to be a very long-range attack, so it'll be the snag.
Okay.
But as you're fleeing to head back to the rift and where the gateway is, I will allow you one attack. It is at a snag, because there is a chance that if this hits, you could actually stop Gorgrim before his transformation finishes. If it doesn't, then all this starts over with his power up, and you all are going to be one.
All right. So with that snag, I roll my d20 twice. Yes, that's how I do snags.
Yeah,
okay.
The intake the lower of the two. Now here's the thing: because Allah has attacked him,
you can add the edge.
So it's going to be a straight roll. So you don't have to worry about the snag. You just get to roll d20 once and take that roll plus the adjacent die for the
It's a
shift up.
D6.
Yeah.
I was literally
So
just
all it-
looking that up just to make
All
sure.
it just saved you from having that snag.
Yep. I told you that ninja power would come in handy.
Yeah.
Does a 26 hit? I got a nat 20 and a 6. I got the 2 highest shits I could have got.
Whatever you're
Nice.
doing, shotgun him to the face.
So as you snatch
One-handed.
Shaman, bring
It's a
Shaman,
furball again.
how are you furballing as you're running away?
I
It's
don't
shooting
know.
out of its
Out my
butt.
booty hole.
I don't know if that's a fur ball anymore.
I refuse to do that. But I'll say as you grab Shaman and your tiger shifts.
The tail laser instead this time.
Okay. So as you take off, and you all see this as a tail laser. Thank you.
It's a
I did not
poop.
want to have to answer.
I switch it back to the original.
It is not. It is not a poop.
It's a poop.
As
There's a specific group of audience that would enjoy that, but we're not catering to them today.
It's just like
Not
the
today.
lowest common denominator, like 7-year-old humor. It's a poop.
Yeah. Like we're not catering to that today. Maybe tomorrow.
man.
Not today.
Not today.
So as you take off and you all see this laser just shoot down, how do you want to do this, Luna? Like you're literally shutting like super powered Gorgrim down before his transformation finishes. Is there any line of dialogue you want to deliver? Any
One-liner time.
I'll be
All right,
back.
give her a
One-liner
second. Give her a
time.
second. Think on it good, Excel.
I'm not ready. I'm
Now,
not ready for
You've
this.
got this.
Now-
Only
now-
all of the
now-
pressure is on you right
Leader.
now. Think on the spot. You've got this. Come on.
I tell you what, it is 9 o'clock. We can take a break, and I will let you come back and deliver the
Give her
final
time to
line.
bake on that one-liner.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Oh,
we will see
man.
you all probably in 30 minutes.
Ain't gonna be 30 minutes. Yeah,
That's easy.
5.
Like
It's
5
all good,
minutes.
guys. We're gonna take a quick break, take it easy, and then we're gonna see what Excel comes up with to deliver this final line to superpowered.
Oh Lord.
I'll see
Okay.
you guys in a bit.
Eat cat turd.
welcome back, everybody. So I know the suspense is killing me. So like, I've got to hear the one-liner. So what is this one-liner?
Are you ready?
We're ready for it. As you fire
Go
your laser.
Butt laser.
Insert the perfect cheesy one-liner here. That's the one-liner. I put the perfect in there. It made it.
So what I'm hearing is we want to see memes of this moment. So I need everyone to insert there. Insert cheesy one-liner there, as Luna requested.
The perfect cheesy one-liner.
So yeah, go for it. So
that's the cheesy one-liner.
It is. So as you all hear this over what would be, I guess, your VA communication network in your Zords, how do you all respond?
You just like, is there like a little intercom thing that I can press? It's like, boo! Boo! Get off the stage, Luna! Boo!
I'm not Keith, damn it!
The real damage dealt was the one-liner itself. As you see, you see the flame of him poof out, and you see Gorgrim laying there on the ground, no longer giant.
From the brain damage that you just caused him. Took psychic damage for how bad the joke was.
Like,
listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. I handled stuff right then.
They did well.
Listen, I handled stuff.
Like, I feel like this is on brand for Luna, though, so I'll take it.
It is.
She gives off kind of like almost like a Katara kind of vibes, where when she tries to be like, see, I'm cool, I'm fun, I'm hip too, and you're just like, about that.
I'm a nerd.
You know, it's literally Flameo Hotman.
That is so Flameo right there.
That is Flameo Hotman. Right there.
Yeah, well, you're never gonna make Flameo happen, Gretchen.
Well, if I put the Flameo out.
That one-liner got pulled from a Pokemon photo shoot I did that said, insert cheesy caption here, with everybody in the photo doing the jump in the air freeze frame. So it's a dumb, like, dad joke for me.
It's good. No, because like we're
it's not funny. I'm sitting my Zord laughing about it.
Oh yeah, like it's on brand for Luna. So like it is fantastic. So as you take off with Shaman, who is still unconscious, but you all see what is left of Gorgrim just laying there.
There's my leadership skills. Peace.
Hey, gone. As they head back to the archway with Shaman, what are you two going to do?
Is he still giant or is he small again?
Oh, he's small again. He's laying on the flat of his back from where you made him fall. He's laying in the like shattered concrete and building of where he fell as large. Then the flames poofed out, and now he is small again.
We could step on him. I'm just saying, Allah. We could step on him right now and end this.
Okay, I'm not. At least I'm not the only one who thought about it. Oh, this was can the Zords do damage to normal size people?
There's
so
actually
dark.
rules in the book. There's rules in the book that says like the Zords can actually deny your call and go away if things like that happen.
If it's too excessive.
Because of the IP. Yeah.
Go in, out of the Zords, demorph, and just start kicking him.
Let's just let you guys go full JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Like, so has anyone seen Office Space? I want to do to him what they did to that printer.
Kick it?
They just continuously beat it with a bat and stuff.
I've never seen it, so.
Oh, it's a very famous scene.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need that report. I'm gonna need that report.
Okay, so what are you all going to do?
Okay, so I guess we need to apprehend him since this is Power Rangers. So I guess we're gonna get out of the Zords, and I'm gonna try and put him in a full Nelson.
So you all, so
No, there's no reason to put him in full Nelson. He's on his back. Just sit on him.
Well, yeah, but maybe he could get out of that. I need to make sure he's restrained properly. Do we have rope?
Armbar.
Could we get
Oh
rope?
yeah, we have a snake.
Oh, can we use his snake? Is this snake big enough to constrict this dude?
no.
Ah. All right, so
It
about
should
the
be
rope.
big enough to go around his wrist.
Maybe big enough to go around his wrist. Yeah. But here's the, like as you all get out of the zone and you all land and you all get up close, he's not moving. He's just laying there. There is a soft chuckle escaping his lips as he's just
I'm gonna say no laughing. I'm gonna push his head into the ground.
he's just
Listen here, we have the upper hand now.
as he just keeps chuckling. He's like,
What is so funny? We are winning right now. And I'm just gonna like tap him on his head. Do you not understand? You are not winning right now.
not today.
This man's about to turn into dust or the smoke, ain't he?
But this is far. He's like, this is far from over. As you watch his chuckling and his breathing cease, as the flame that he consumed actually begins to burn him from the inside out, his body begins to turn to ash.
Substitution jutsu.
Oh man!
As you watch him be consumed in the ash and he's gone, all that's left is the spirit guide's flame.
All right, we won. You have to tell Alistair that we killed his brother, though.
I'll do it. That's fine.
All right, cool.
We gotta get to the bottom of that whole situation too, anyway.
Yeah, but we'll figure that out.
We just kind of jumped to the conclusion of believing him, like no questions asked. We're just like, sounds about right.
Well, to be fair, we don't. Really
it's about the right part of the season for a
much,
plot
so.
twist like that. That sounds like what would be happening right now, right?
Yeah, because we don't really trust the hag because she don't really trust us.
Yeah, she's not very nice to me sometimes, and she keeps trying to feed y'all Long Clivins.
Hey, the food's good though.
So Luna, as you and Shaman make it back to Terminus, you see part of the mountain seems to have like cracked and caved in, and you can see spirits and revenants just pouring out of what would be the archway to the spirit realm. What are you going to do?
I think I'm going to try to wake Shaman up because I think she's the only one that knows how to fix this.
Okay. So as you kneel down, try to wake her up. Oh yeah, the fire doesn't burn at all. It's not hot. Like Alistair comes up and scoops the fire. But as you begin to wake up Shaman, she kind of just shakes her head. What's happening? Tries to sit up, sees that she's in a Zord. Looks at you. What's happening?
We've got to fix this crack, and we don't have time to give you the details. We need to fix this now.
She like sits up and looks out, and she sees that the portal is just pouring out revenants. Okay, yeah. You're gonna have to get me down there to the portal.
Say less. Let's go.
Don't tell him that he doesn't talk enough as is.
So, as you launch in with your Zord, you all have seen Alistair kind of appear, and he picks up the flame. Like, okay, the flame's back. As he suddenly demorphs. Like, huh? And you see his Raven combine with the Zord, and his Zord take off, leaving him behind with you all. And as he turns and looks, and y'all just see the Zord taking off in the way towards Luna. We got to catch up with them. I don't know what's happening. As Alistair like turns, he's just holding the flame. He finds a bottle and even puts this flame into what looks to be a glass bottle. It's like it should be okay.
It is a will-o-wisp.
Yeah. It's like it should be okay here for now, but We can use the flame to try to call the spirits back, but only if we get the portal closed. We gotta go.
Duct tape time.
So he looks at you guys, tries to figure out which Zord to get in. Are y'all taking off?
Oh yeah. Also,
definitely
Alla
should
has
catch up.
something to tell you.
Oh, your supposed brother? He's dead.
Yep, so you're an only child again. Get ready for more presents at Christmas. Good on you, dude.
No messy divorce.
He wasn't my brother.
Not what I heard.
And I was here the whole time. I saw what happened. He like holds up the bottle and shakes it.
Yeah, but we just wanted to clarify, just to let you know.
Yeah, like he
I do
said
have
it.
that-
We're
that-
talking about it. It must be
Okay.
true.
Might as well. Like,
Okay, sure.
Good to get that closure.
Not my brother, but okay, let's go. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we don't trust that. But let's go catch up with your mom.
Think your
Let's
mama
go
got
drop
some
your mom.
splaining to do.
Oh, takes off, getting into Allah's Zord. Because he is scared to death what would happen if he's riding with
I
you.
love how the guys are so concerned with the drama. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gotta
you're
get
like
that
trying to
tea.
spill this
That tea.
crack, and they out here spilling tea left and right, trying to get
They are.
tea.
They are. They really are.
Y'all are like a bunch of hens clucking over here.
I
They
swear,
are.
Keith has just been starting shit this whole campaign.
So, as you all take off, heading towards Terminus, what are you all talking about as you're heading in? You can see the Raven door at a
The
distance.
tea.
Oh, yeah.
The team were just like, so you ever seen your mom with like another dude that you didn't recognize? Like, who's your dad? First off, I guess we need to establish that.
My dad was an old warrior back from the old country. I've not seen him in centuries. He
Oh,
died centuries.
oh, but he enjoyed country. Okay, sounds like a pretty okay guy to me.
Way to go, Tobias Keith. Okay.
Keith
So,
only catches
as-
little bits of when things are being explained to him. He's just kind of in and out.
Absolutely. So you all see the Raven Zords beginning to descend, and in the midst of this wave of revenants coming out of this portal, you see Luna and the Cat Zord just landing and just mauling their way through these revenants, charging through, trying to make their way to the portal.
Like, hey, look, a path.
So, as that's happening, Luna Shaman actually exits the Zord. As the Raven Zord swoops in, Shaman jumps in it. You all watch as the Raven Zord turns and shifts into black energy, fading into a cloud of feathers. As the Zord combines and crashes into the portal, you all feel a shockwave. And it's like someone flips a switch as spirits begin to be pulled back towards the portal, including yours. As you feel your planchette lift up out of your morph form, kind of dangling in the air, what are you all going to do?
I'm gonna be like, hey, Alistair.
That's
So,
not
have you ever
fair.
heard of the director M. Night Shyamalan before?
No.
So, you see, he is a filmmaker, my friend, and one thing that his movies are known for is having a big twist somewhere in it. And I think we're having one of those moments right now, my friend.
Oh.
I think
okay.
I hate to break this to you after we already had to tell you we killed your brother, but I think your mom was evil.
I don't think that, but okay.
I mean, look at what's happening over there, man. Like some weird stuff. Like that looks like some bad juju stuff.
The bad juju is literally the spirits that were trying to charge out are being pulled back into the portal.
Yeah.
So they're being pulled back into the spirit realm, being expelled from the material
So
realm.
she's pushing them.
Like the energy from the portal has been kicked on
Right.
in reverse, literally trying to suck these spirits back in.
All right.
So,
But it's also
ask, is this
dragging us.
Is this how it's supposed to be? Like, is this like
I
the
don't want to
standard
lose my
operating of-
planchette.
Oh no, I'm going to hold on to my snake. No, thank you. But I'm definitely going to ask Alistair, like, hey, is this normal? Is this what's supposed to happen?
none of this is what's supposed to happen.
Which?
I know. Does she weigh as much as a duck?
So, as you all, are y'all just want to join Luna in trying to smash these revenants and try to knock them back to the portal?
Got nothing better to do.
Sure, why not?
So as you all like jump down, Alistair actually leaves your Zord and makes his way through the portal, trying to figure out what's happening. As you all continue to lay siege to these things, more and more they begin to be pulled to the portal and then kind of stop fighting. It's literally a weird tug of war as you see them being pulled in. And even from this distance, you can hear Alistair trying to call his mom. As at the last minute, you see the energy of the portal begin to simmer and close. As the portal finally closes off, and with an audible snap, shockwave through the air, you see all the remaining revenants just turn to dust. Leaving you all in your Zords, the collapsed mountainside. Alistair is standing in front of what is the portal. Even the archway that the waterfall was pouring over, part of the archway is broken. But it's closed.
Where's his mom and the Zord?
You don't see it.
Did she just sacrifice herself to close the portal?
Well, we've got some really bad news for old Alistair's family tree.
Oh, damn, lost the brother and the mother.
Like, dang, sir, you had a rough day.
It's been a rough one, man. So who do you think's gonna play me when they make a movie about us?
The person who played fucking Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Hey,
Lillard, I would be down for that.
You made Shorty cuss finally. You made Shorty cuss. First time he's cussed this section.
Yes,
Way to go.
it took an hour.
Matthew
and a half.
Lillard would be a funny one. He's a little bit old for
Matthew
the role
Lillard.
now, though.
So you all feel yourselves actually be expelled from your Zords as they take off and go back to hiding. You demorph. You have Norma on your shoulder. You have Rochi just kind of draped over you. And Timothy is sitting on your head, Keith.
I'm gonna grab him and put him under my arm. I have some explaining to some people to do.
But what's been Alistair's home for centuries is completely devastated and destroyed. You see remnants of what was their hut, fragments laid around. The portal's closed. Everyone's safe.
What now?
Y'all are gonna need an
Well,
apartment or something
technically
because I think your house is gone, dude.
You see Alistair kind of bend over, take a knee, reach down, grab something, and as he stands up, he's holding what looks to be a raven feather. You say something, Keith?
I think you might have to get an apartment now, man. Was that the only place you had to stay?
How about staying with Keith?
So about that, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. Normally, I would be like, "Hey, man, we've got a couch," but the current state of my couch is non-existent.
It's like, man, you could, but we destroyed it. Like,
Yeah, it happened. It was a whole ordeal. If you go back and
And
watch
maybe
our
he can
former
open a
episodes,
pizza
find
shop.
out what happened to Keith's couch on Power Rangers Phantasm.
So
Yeah, but he's like 200 plus years old. He doesn't know exactly how to function. He's lost his Power Rangers powers, right? Well,
That's
like in
rough.
modern day society, completely. He doesn't know.
I mean, he has a way of blending in. He was doing really well at the
He did do well, but
festival, but yeah,
still,
being reintroduced back to society, that's going to be
as somebody that's not a Power Ranger now because his mom took his planchette, so he doesn't have a morphing ability. Before
I was
he
about to
had
say, he
that
needs
where
to
he could
open
just
up a
kind
pizza
of.
shop and we can all work there part-time.
no.
That happened in one season.
It
That
did
did happen. It did.
I know it did. That's...
Oh, yeah.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
series.
Right?
I think so does Keith, actually.
I know, right? He's very close to RJ.
Oh yeah.
That's how I imagine your character is, just like that.
I love RJ, man. Like he's one of my favorite Rangers.
So as the sun begins to rise into the new day, night's ended. The reports that are going to be coming out through the news is going to be wild. You know, you're going to be seen as Rangers on TV finally. You also know that still have Alistair, but he is powerless. Shaman's gone. And Terminus is now actually exposed to the world if someone actually finds this mountain side open.
They're not
I
going to
guess
see
we're gonna
much.
take turns garden.
So, do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I say that. I was like, well, I guess now it's our responsibility to make sure this doesn't happen again. So I'm guessing Alistair's going to want to live up there in that area because that's what's left of his home.
I have to get him a tent.
We're gonna have to rebuild.
It's like it's been a while since I've built a home. It doesn't sound so bad. I'm sure I could figure out something.
Well, we could probably get you like
I'd
a
have
mini
put
home
in
or
the
something, like a tiny house.
Well, my character could probably help him build like a cabin type thing
Oh yeah.
because
Oh yeah, and Keith and Luna could definitely help get some like modernization to it.
no, we can just build a Japanese style cabin with the straw roofing. That fits that guy's aesthetic perfectly.
All right, so we're gonna need some beanbag chairs.
Not that.
Okay. So
Hammocks maybe.
so what we're going to do for this? It is 9:30. And we're
Huh?
coming at the end of the season. We're going to see almost like a camera pan just pans out, but as you all are planning on helping Alistair build a home close by, something a bit permanent, but something a bit rustic, but something a bit permanent. Um, yeah, with Gorgrim, Scythe, and Winnow gone.
Missing.
Did we find the
But you
bodies?
do know,
Like there was one on the. Did we get both of the bodies back?
No, we don't know what happened to Winnow.
you don't.
She disappeared with him and she never came back.
Well, guess she's in the spirit realm now.
So
I'm guessing she's going to be similar to Miss Rita Repulsa.
we'll see. We don't know.
Give somebody a love potion.
Fingers crossed.
I don't
But
think you know a lot of Rita's story, to be honest with you, though. She actually has a very long story that explains her stuff.
Like she drugged that dude.
Well, she's also a general too. She's not like the highest of the order. She's like maybe like third down or something crazy enough.
Her dad's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you have
I'll
Dark
tell you what.
Spectre too, so he's kind of the
So
top of that bit.
I tell you what. Go ahead and wrap this up. We can spend the rest 30 minutes talking about the season, talking about how it felt to play this game.
Sure.
So you all find yourselves going back to your normal lives. You still have your planchette, you still have your pets, have your guardian spirits. You still find yourselves being on call if necessary. not much. You all really only fought this stuff for like 2 weeks, maybe. But at the end of the
We
day,
rocked it.
you did. At the end of the day, you all are still students, but you're rangers. You have formed bonds between the three of you that would not have happened otherwise. So you do notice that Sienna, you don't see her. She's not made it back.
Spirit realm.
So Sienna is actually missing. But yeah. Alistair gets a home. Hand built. As you all helped him go figure out how to actually get the town to give him permits and stuff like that. Because he had no. Keith gets his beanbag chairs to hide them and hides them in Alistair's place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we know one villain is still missing. One friend is still being held captive by them. But you all did it. You all managed to save Dawn Springs.
And the world.
And the world.
But that's for another episode.
It is.
I want acknowledgement, and I want a movie made about Keith.
So with that is the end of season 1 of Power Rangers Phantasm. So we still have some time. We're going to chill and talk about this for a second. So I want to know what y'all thought about the system, the story, and everything. You guys can start in any order you want to. Let me know.
I mean, I can start off on this one since I have the most experience with this system.
You do. You sure
do. Yeah, because I did play this system prior to this game. I ran it for a good few months there, and it's a fun system. But the problem is the first book is very poorly structured when it comes to its flow. That's my biggest complaint with it.
As we learned today.
Like it just like when you're looking at a tabletop role-playing game, numbers scare people already as is. So if you don't go in an order down the list of basically how you need to create your character, it's going to be very intimidating to people. And that's one of the problems that we have with this system. Like, it's a very fun, simple system, but the fact that you have to, you're on page 70 and then you need to go back to page 47 to go and see the next trait that goes on that list, it's just not good formatting on that. But there are guides online that can help you easier go down it. Beyond that, I do think that it is a fun system. When you're running when you're picking a color spectrum, which is kind of like the classes, don't even bother listening to what the color actually is. It's just an archetype. And they've even, like, the creators have even said, it's like, that's just how they decided to structure it. Because if you look at it, it is very much the character arcs are based after the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and there's just a lot of different types of Red Rangers than just, Jason and Rocky. But yeah, so that's the only.
We definitely did that with mine.
Yeah,
we definitely used a lot of that and did a pink red combo for me so I could do the ranged stuff.
Right.
But I like that we can branch off from that, and I mean, not every GM's going to allow you to do that, but we were allowed to do that, which was awesome.
Yeah. Well, not in the actual FAQ that they've done since the initial book came out, they've even straight out said that you can change the color. Like, they do not want you to feel beholden to having to stick to that. It would be a very weirdly limiting game if it was like that.
Yeah.
Like, the game would be relegated to just being trope specific.
Yeah, you would be like, what, this is our wish version of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because that's what it would turn into. And there's just so much more colorfulness. I
think it'd be a good one shot, but I don't think you'd be able to do a bunch of episodes with it. Like, if you're stuck with one color to one power style, that'd be great for a one shot because you can just pick a new ranger every time.
Well, it's just it would just get really boring after a while. You're very limited on running the game because you already are basically just having to, okay, I'm going to slot myself into being the Red Ranger of the group, when You look at a lot of seasons. Like I said, Red Rangers are played very, very differently. If you look at someone like Wes from Time Force, you're having a Red Ranger that is very inexperienced, and he's not even really the leader of the team on that one. It's more of everyone else is already trained, and it's a story of his growth as he is going along throughout that season and becoming the leader that he needed to be, because up until like probably the last third of the season, it was always Jen that was like leading the team. So that's a very different story than someone like Andros, who had been a ranger for years. So he's going to adapt to that role very differently.
Oh yeah. So like the tools are there. The tools are there to be able to tell whatever story you want to tell. Like we got to see Excel come in and play Luna and be able to, yeah, like someone who had never played tabletop RPGs before. And even though they like having those tropes lean into a bit as becoming the Red Ranger, but being able to rely on some of that beforehand knowledge. And like, did that actually help you get into the idea of what you were doing here, or was it more of a hindrance?
I think that helped, and the way you let me kind of pick those two roles between that Red Ranger and that Pink Ranger helped me a lot. But Rune, I had to think of your name on here. Rune knows that I didn't watch a lot of Power Rangers. I was there for, Tommy and Kimberly and maybe a couple seasons after they left, but I didn't stay on that. Left. So well, yeah, I mean, no, but like Billy, those were my Rangers, like that original group of Rangers up until that movie that Rita Repulsa's in. That's why I talk about her so much, because she is just the villain for me.
Yeah.
She's great.
Should read the comics then. They do a lot better with her in that, in fact.
Oh yeah.
And
Mr. Zaval is awesome.
I remember the guy that looked like he had metal on. He was like, it looked like he was flipped inside out and then metal. Yes, I remember him in a lot of it. But being able to kind of think back to like how Tommy and Kimberly acted in the series, it kind of helped me base how I wanted to play, and I think it helped a lot.
Cool. I mean, it was
using those tropes and then finding my own way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To be Luna, because it was a learning experience for me to try to figure out, like, these two guys are listening. I'm supposed to be this leader, but I'm not. But that does remind me of the older show. They were kids. They were high school students, and none of them were prepared for what was laid in front of them. Just like, even though we're college students in this.
Because there are seasons where they are much more prepared, though. Yeah, because you have like Lightspeed Rescue. They had already been, different like forms of, they had already worked in job sets that made them have a lot of those skills that most Rangers aren't equipped with stepping up to the plate. I will say one thing that is interesting about this system, though, is we were playing on a 3-person team, which in Power Rangers isn't unheard of, but it is also not common.
Not typical.
Yeah, and so there are some great examples of it, but one thing I noticed is it made me have to make my gameplay much more aggressive than I would normally have played Keith, because there's no time for me to fumble around and kind of joke around with my attacks. Like, I joke around a lot, but you also, when I was attacking, it was like, I'm going to hit as hard as I can and as quick as I can and try to take this down. Like, you do not really have the time with a 3-person team to kind of fumble around like you would with like a 5-person team, where you have people that could kind of pick up your slack if you were wanting to try something goofy.
Yeah.
It was just like that last minute decision. I wanted to swoop in and get Shaman out of danger, because obviously it was distracting Alistair a lot from what was going on. I was lucky Ben let me, or what's your name on here? I'm not supposed
He's
to
Ben. He's Ben on here.
Okay. So like Ben allowing me to throw that attack out and do that at the same time was super cool too, because on our team he was like, you need to make a decision. It's like, well, it's hard. I can either abandon you guys to save somebody else, or I can, so
like
it is harder on a 3-person team.
Because now
we're split second.
I will say this: the last attack before Luna's had got them down to 0. Okay, but it was going to be like their turn was next, and even though they were at 0, if the spirits were still present and coming towards him, he was going to get a full reset, get a +2 bonus
Yeah.
to his toughness and everything. So the fight was going to get harder, and he was going to because he was going to have +2 bonus to his toughness, which would increase his hit, and an extra +1 to each time he hit you. So it
Well,
was.
because I noticed that because there was a hit that was an 18, and before that first round it had hit, but you said that misses. And I'm guessing it's because he got an attack off on us. So it increased all that, yes?
Yeah. So if he managed to, so if he managed to actually get this, you making that attack and actually hitting. Now it was that snag, but because of all his ability, you all were able to end the fight like in the first quarter or in the first half before it went into the second half, and you all were going to have to look at trying a possible combiner if necessary.
We all adapted very aggressive fighting styles in this, so we had a really good kind of roundabout way. You would have Ala kind of coming in to initiate, then you would have me kind of trying to draw as much as I could, and then you would have Luna come in to shotgun him in the face. Usually if we had a good round or two, we could lay most things out with that strategy,
which was fun, which was hilarious when we had our session 0, because like when I laid down the idea for Power Rangers Phantasm to the players, it was supposed to be like skulking, hiding your ghosts, and being able to go through and like sneak around and snatch stuff if necessary to keep it out of the hands of civilians.
No,
we want to go in blasting.
Oh yeah, we did too. Doors kicking open.
I do agree that if we had had more players, we probably could have done that sneakiness more.
Oh no, you still could have with the 3 of you, but at session 0, I heard. And then I started blasting. It was like, oh.
That's how we play.
Stealthy, but okay, yeah, and he did. And it worked well. It worked well because it's like, because I knew that's what you guys wanted to do, I was able to kind of get away from the trope of, Rangers don't escalate. So I had to meet you all where you were. And be the one to escalate quickly so that you all could start blasting.
It is interesting, though, because one thing when I look at a system like this, do you think that other franchises could run well in the same system? Because they do have the Transformers, G.I. Joe, I think My Little Pony are ones that run in it. How do you think that those ones would feel in comparison also running on the same system?
I've not seen
My Little Pony.
I have not seen any of those played. So I have no idea.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to stay within the trope or stay within the genre and go Kamen Rider or something
Kamen Rider would be easy. You could do Kamen Rider, Metal Man, any of those if you really wanted to. Garo, if you really want.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go more adult, look into Kamen Rider or Garo. Like, it's one thing that I always kind of have an issue with online is you see a lot of people taking the Power Rangers franchise and trying to turn it into like super dark and gritty, and it's like, okay, guys, you still gotta have that cheese in there, like it's.
Oh yeah, like you and I had that conversation when we pitched this story.
Yeah.
Because we was afraid it was going to be too grimdark.
Yeah.
And so you guys came in with the cheese, and I was like, okay, I'll meet you guys where you are.
Yeah, I can't do Power Rangers overly serious. It just seems. It seems like you're almost would have to almost be making fun of it to a level of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Kung Fury, but like playing the hardcore serious with a straight face, but doing it to such an extreme that like people are in on the joke that it's a parody of it. Like I could see that possibly, but I couldn't like seriously. It's Power Rangers, man. It is, and like, and that's one thing that's interesting in storytelling is, if you find yourself playing in someone else's sandbox, you have to make sure that you do, like, you check off those proper boxes. Like if you bring the wrong toy into the sandbox, it's not going to work that way. Right.
So like I actually had the entire scene wrote out for when Scythe caught you at your apartment and pulled you in. because none of them knew that you had been trained by Alistair yet. So what I imagined was going to be Scythe get you, like, have you tied up and throw you against the wall, and you still having Timothy, and
Yeah.
and like Scythe and Winnow getting into an argument, and you just going pass through the wall and scare the crap out of Kevin and Brick. And
So
just flip
instead
away.
of that happening,
You
committed
yeah.
many crimes.
You did.
Many
You did.
atrocities.
You did. So I had an out wrote in to lean into the cheese while Scythe and Winnow were arguing about what to do next. And then for you to scare Breck and Kevin as much as you wanted to, as you just phased through a wall and scared the
To be
crap
fair,
out of
I
it.
did mess with them and tried to make them think that I was God.
Yeah.
You did.
I
You did.
might have
You
helped
did.
a little bit with that.
You did.
That joke kind of didn't get played out enough, I feel like, because that was really
so
funny.
Well, they were. I mean, dude, they couldn't see you all fighting.
We were in the middle of a fight, and I'm over there just like, I am your God.
Right. I did try to roll for Breck and Kevin to see if they could recognize your voice a bit.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling that was a gut reaction for Keith, and wouldn't have been the first time he's tried this. So, but other than that, so let's focus on Alla for a bit.
Cool.
So you came into this with an idea for a character. You literally went with the edgy rogue.
Sasuke backstory.
Pretty much, yeah.
Essentially.
Minus the brother.
Right. Now, overall,
next season,
we touched on it a bit. Overall, Goldrum only alluded to it as a way to try to actually build trust with you, but it wasn't really fully explored that much. How do you feel about that?
I feel like my character is going to look more into the flame and more into the plane now that's open and out there. I think it's going to be easier for him to find clues and to get down to the nitty gritty of it, because how Gorgrim left and how he was still alluding to it throughout the entire thing, I think I will be able to find out more the more I look into it. And now that this has happened, I'll have the ability to do so. So for the next season, I'm hoping to do a lot more investigating and a lot more going off on my own to find the truth of things.
So that actually brings up a question that I've got for you then, Ben. Haha. Sharad Jawar, the tables have turned. All right, so
tabletop game.
No.
So
the
turns have tabled. So as your first time really running a full on campaign for this, because I know you'd played a little bit, but you hadn't run a whole campaign for this yet.
Oh no.
We were on a 2-hour format. Do you think that this game would do better on a longer format, like a 3-hour, 4-hour, 5-hour? What do you think is a good hour, kind of roundabout for this game after you've kind of ran it for a while? Because a lot of games will lend itself better to different lengths of time, in my opinion.
Now, I came into this with the experience of running 3-hour sessions on the regular, so cutting it by an hour was brutal for me.
Yes.
It was very brutal for me, being able to have to speed up certain plot points at certain points in the session, having to, because technically this season 1 was 7 episodes.
Yes.
It's only that's 14 hours. If I had another hour for each episode, we would have seen a lot more of all the exploring things.
Right.
We would have seen a lot more of Luna. We would have seen a lot more building up to Luna and Sienna's reveal. We would have seen a lot more with Keith actually possibly getting to show off Timothy.
Right.
And getting Breck and Kevin seriously, because I had to make sure the points were so.
Yeah, we were on a very narrow thing, and the difficult thing about it is, just like any tabletop game, you're working around people's schedules. We really want to try and go to a format of starting at 7 and going 7 to 10 is what we would like to do. But depending on the players, sometimes that really just doesn't work. I know, Shorty, you have a lot of kind of difficult time
outside.
with so
Yeah.
your schedule can be a little bit rough on that. So it seems like you've got for your Eidos though a group that is good with that time slot. But although I would prefer a lot of our stuff to be 3 hours plus going forward, I have a feeling that we might still have to run a 2-hour one maybe once a week just because of people's scheduling.
I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely cool with that.
I think if we were to do longer streams, it'd be better to do that on weekends. It's a lot easier for people to have that billet open on a weekend than a weekday.
Oh yeah.
So if we would do this season again and we wanted to do 3-hour sessions, I'd be fine with that if it was on a weekend thing.
Well, and
that would work a lot better.
I kind of want to also do a thing like a few months down the road, because we'll have a few different campaigns under our belts to possibly do some fun one-shots of visiting, kind of almost doing it kind of like, like a lot of series will have like a movie that goes along with the series, like it's longer, and like literally take a Saturday and do like a good old like 6 to 8 hour session one shot to really just have a one and done, the whole story wrapped up in one kind of session kind of thing. That's just kind of like a side story for a lot of these ones, because we have
one shot day.
Yeah, because we've got Avatar, we've got Power Rangers, we've got Fallout, we have a lot of other things that we're gonna have a lot of franchises that people would probably really enjoy. Maybe we don't know what the reception for a season 2 would be, but that's gonna give us a good chance to be like, hey, if we brought these guys back, how many of you guys would care enough to come and watch it? So I feel like we're gonna definitely have to do that. I feel like that'd probably be the next good step to do with this series as well. Kick down like a few months down the road from here, doing like a fun one shot kind of thing.
Oh yeah, like I would love to do a one shot where it is Christmas break and you all go with Alla to Japan.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some great tourist spots for that aren't tourist spots.
Well, and that also opens up a lot of opportunities, because one of the things that happens, so we don't really get the Power Rangers movies over here. We've had Power Rangers the movie, we've had Turbo, we had the 2017, I think it was, one that they put out, but we don't get like what they have with Super Sentai. Super Sentai literally has multiple movies that go along with their seasons. A crossover movie, a standalone movie, usually a crossover with Kamen Rider. Usually 3 movies are coming out of each season. So and one of the fun things that comes out of those a lot of times is typically a lot of the times a Ranger that isn't seen any other time. So if we do have some type of a like a special like that, that also gives us the opportunity to potentially bring in a guest or two that could be Rangers that we haven't seen before.
Absolutely, and I'd be cool with that, because Rune, you remember who I was talking with during the Avatar campaign, and that would be awesome to get one of them to come in and play in the Power Rangers.
Very true. Even if it was just for that one time, one and done, it makes it a lot easier. It gets a lot easier to get a guest in if they only have to try and stick around one time.
So for those of you who don't know, I actually was in touch with Yoshi and Peter Sidarso, who were the Blue Rangers in Dino Supercharge, and Ninja Steel, and was trying to get them to come and guest spot in Avatar Legends. Yoshi was actually down for it, but the literally the 2-episode finale for season 1 of Avatar Legends, he could not make it because it was the week he was moving out of the country with his wife and his kid. And so he gave me a reference to his brother Peter, and I guess Peter wasn't that into it. It's all good. Still would love to have either one of them, Peter or Yoshi, to come join us. It'd be great.
And we could always look for other fun guests. We've got a lot of, our community is currently growing quite a bit, especially with us doing the Red Dead, because and this goes out to anybody that watches this. If you're interested in getting involved in this kind of a thing, if you would like to try and potentially be a guest or something like that, a great way to try out to see about it is like, we do like Red Dead Online and stuff like that. If you could come join us, we can kind of feel how you are as a role player, or you could, like just literally reach out and we can kind of audition you a little bit, because we're always looking for more people for this stuff. We want to find people that are specifically looking to get promoted as well. We want you to rise with us. So if there's people that are interested in that, like, try and reach out. There's a lot of ways to reach out to us now. We always need people, especially people that are also trying to grow an online following. We want to have that cohesion of growing together. So definitely reach out to us. We would love to have more people to play in these sandboxes with us.
Oh yeah, especially with that. Again, a big shout out to the Inner Geekdom finally hitting affiliates.
We did,
yes. So that is huge.
Dirty Mafia next.
We'll get you there.
Absolutely.
You and Drusy are the
really
ones that we're about to focus on next to get y'all. We just need to get a coordination so we make sure that you guys have enough people watching it on whenever you're on.
Yeah. Like I said, like during this entire episode, I was looking up different cameras because I'm annoyed with the green flash. So I think I found
we
one
can
I'm
talk
gonna
about
get,
it. I got a
so-
few that I could suggest to you depending on what you're looking for after the stream's over.
Yeah. But on a side note, before we end all this stuff, as someone who's done a couple of these table things with y'all, the only downside I would agree with is what Rune said. This book is annoying to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love to read. I'm a very avid reader. I've read tech manuals for fun. And this thing was annoying to read.
It needs a second
bounced
edition.
around a lot. There was a lot of extra stuff that wasn't needed. And the extra stuff was in the worst places possible. If they wanted the extra or the add-on stuff, they should be at the end and not somewhere sprinkled in the middle somewhere.
Honestly, I shouldn't say it needs a second
through.
edition. It needs a 1.5. It needs like what we had. It needs what we had with Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition, and to have like a revision just to kind of clean up the mess, because they were in the middle of making a completely different game for like 5th edition stylings, and kind of just got thrown a curveball and said make your own system essentially. So there's a lot of that still kind of like ingrained in there, and over time they've had more chance to iron things out, figure out the better way for the rules to run. So like a revisionist 1.5 edition would be fantastic.
Oh yeah, like it would. And like Power Rangers, this Power Rangers tabletop RPG is considered like in the top like 3 or 5 tabletop RPG systems.
Yeah.
This is me saying this unsourced. It just seems to be the consensus of what I've seen in my RPG circles.
Yeah.
Very well could be biased, and that's my disclaimer. But it has a following. People like the system.
Yeah.
They and I think most of it stems from their like of the genre. And
the SS20 system is a good system anyway. Yeah. So like I was saying, there are other franchises that run under the same system.
Right. And because I've looked at other books that have been released that lean heavier into the tropes. There is actually a Henshin role playing book. Those of you who don't know, Henshin is the transform Japan in Japanese. So there is a book that was released by a small publisher, and it's diceless.
Yeah.
But you get points and rewards by leaning into the tropes with the collaborative storytelling effort. It's like part of I actually had some things set aside in case you all needed it from the Henshin book that were like color guides for tropes just in case you didn't know where to take your character. So leaning into it like that, it's pretty cool. But they also have one that's specifically like it's the same diceless system that they use, but it is Common Rider adjacent.
Right.
And so I would love to take a closer look at those and see, how like some of those story tropes and stuff could be adapted, because they have an entire color spectrum that is humongous.
Right.
And it's pretty cool.
Well, and Common Rider runs on a very different kind of a system as well. They're not color coordinated as much over in Common Rider. Yeah. It's very different archetypes. Where it is typically one central character, the story flows very differently for Common Rider as well. I think that it would be really funny to run a Common Rider Geats one shot, which was a battle royale. That would be a really fun one to run in this system. But the Power Ranger system is good. I've looked a little bit into the Henshin one. You already know I have a big issue and I can't roll dice. That was one of my issues with the Avatar system. But I will say I do think the Power Rangers one, it does warrant being one of the better systems. I'm looking forward to running another one of the best systems on the market right now later this year though, with Fabula Ultima. I think that's another really fantastic one.
I got you.
The Fallout one is good, but it is very complex though. But I will say,
hey, I'll be back in a second, guys. My pizza's pulling up.
Okay. Well,
go for it. You good?
I will say that the one thing about the Fallout one though is, as complex as the system is, and it is so much more to it, the book lays it out in an organized way that as long as you follow along in the book, it's gonna make help you fill out your character sheet.
Yeah, now that helps, but
especially for a complex system like that, because that's one of those. This weighs this much. You have this much hunger. This much. It's one of those systems.
yeah, like I can't wait to like really get my hands in some of these other books. Like I have them, just
Yeah.
being overwhelmed with everything else. I just haven't had time to look through them. I'm hoping to in the next few weeks. Um, but I know the Animon story system is going to be an interesting transition because I'm adding two new stats and converting everything in to work with the Animon story system.
Yeah.
But overall, really quick, Luna, Excel. Would you play again if we did a season 2?
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. And at first, I had a lot of issues flipping through that book because I'm doing it on my phone, obviously. So it's hard to sit on my phone and try to build this stuff.
Right.
But once I started using the table of contents, it really just kind of, I had to keep scrolling back up, but I could get to the
Right.
pages and find everything. So I didn't think it got easier with
Yeah.
each time I had to add to my paperwork and get everything sorted.
It's gonna be a
I
lot
do
easier
agree
when
that
you have
the
when
book
you
is messy, but
whenever you're on a computer instead, it'll be a lot easier for you than being on
Control
your
F
phone.
Yeah.
saved me so much.
Yeah.
but I do think that once I just started looking at that table of contents and
Yeah.
scrolling through it, kind of directs you. It is all spaced out to build. I do agree because like there were some things that I had to get off page 50 and then go to 90 and then 131. Like so, I'm sitting there and bouncing back and forth. So I do agree they
Yeah.
could organize it better, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you know how to read the table of contents, which I'm sure we all do, it was convenient just to flip
Yeah.
there and be like, oh, okay, to do it. So it wasn't hard to find. It was just
Yeah.
sprawled out like you all
It's
said.
just because when you're bringing people into a new game, it's if it's presented in baby steps, it goes a lot better because learning a new system is so intimidating to a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of glad
I
that I
would
learned the
definitely
Avatar
do this
system
again.
first.
Yeah.
I would definitely do this again. I would use this system if there wasn't something else that I was interested in
My Little Pony.
playing.
Let's see, if you go
Oh,
check
yeah.
out that link
Oh,
that we
yeah.
have, you can check out the different books that they have on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would like to
Yeah.
do
The
a
affiliate
season
link.
2 of this. I really would like to do a season 2.
I'm kind of
Yeah,
This has been a
curious,
lot of fun.
honestly. Honestly, I'm a little bit curious about the Transformers one because if it runs well, I'd kind of like to integrate that system into the Power Rangers one to use for the Megazords because I think the Megazord system is a little bit weak. Personally, I think there could be some more complexity to it because there's a lot of different functions for different types of Zords, and this is very baseline complexity when it comes to the Zords. I would almost enjoy running some of the stats that you have from like a Mech Warrior type of thing where your Zord can overheat if you're doing too much. Like I would love to add elements like that into the game, but that's me like enjoying a bit more complexity to it. And this is a very new user friendly game.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
I did like how my normal perk transferred over to my Zord perk, though.
Yeah.
I did like that.
So, well, guys, real quick before we wrap this up, I want to say thank you to each of you for joining us with this. When we had this idea, we didn't have a cast together at all, and you all came out of the woodwork literally, and
Yeah.
and you guys have been awesome. Y'all have
I
been
summoned them.
You
great.
did.
You did.
You
And
came out of our 2015 fucking friendship vault.
Right. Haha. That's how it rolls, man.
And I cannot thank each and every one of you enough. You all have been absolutely great to be a game master for, and I would be down to do anything like this again with you all. So even if you guys are like, you know what, fine, we'll try 5th edition D&D.
I will probably do Pathfinder next.
Yeah, Pathfinder
Good
over
man. 5th
edition any day.
Yeah.
Good man.
If we have to have a full, I will say, Ben, once we get things ready over there at the shop, you know, internet done up and all of our equipment working good, we do need to like get a podcast launched up. And you already know I'm revving and ready to go for to be on an episode or two where I get to trash talk Wizards of the Coast.
And I know the Residential Flame Skull will be more than happy to join you on.
Oh, I know he would. Me and him will trash that company so bad. Like,
with that, guys, as we wrap up, I'll let you guys do one last shout out where they can find you. and where you all do your games and your streams, and where you all can be found. I guess, yeah, starting. I don't know who's beside me, below me. Yeah, either be Luna or Luna or Allah. It's up to you.
Ladies first.
Okay. Hey, I'm Excel. You can come play some Fortnite or any other games that I have on there. It's Lady Excel, and you can find me on Insta. It's at Liz Hello. I've got some cosplay and stuff on there you can check out. And eventually I will get a Twitch or something of the sort streaming, and that will be all listed on my Instagram. And I've had a great time. Thanks again, Ben and Rune and Shorty. I appreciate you all having me in this group. It's been a lot of fun.
No problem. It's been great having you. Next.
I guess that would be me. So I'm
Mhm.
Shorty Mafia or Shorty. You can find me at Shorty Mafia on Twitch. You can also find me on the Red Imp server as Ala Michael. It's almost like I use this name for everything. Yeah. But I will be starting a YouTube channel soon for shorts, for clips for Red Imp and for Minecraft. I am mainly streaming Minecraft right now. So if you have any interest in the Hypixel world and specifically the Iron Man game mode, definitely come swing by. We're going to be doing a lot more Slayers and a lot more high tier dungeons soon, so I'm extremely looking forward to that. So there'll be mostly weekend streams for the next couple weeks, but we will be getting back into regular weekday streams as well.
And last but not least, dude.
What is up, everyone? It is Rune, for those that did not know already. You know, if you want to go and see me doing stuff other than just being on here, you can find me over on the Inner Geekdom, where tomorrow we'll be having a podcast where we will do the weekend what to watch. Shorty is on there, J Rudd is on
Forgot
there.
about that. My bad.
We might have a guest on there this week. I'm not sure. I have to check. But we're going to be talking about, of course, the weekend what to watch. We will be discussing China's influence on American media and video games that we would like to see get a remake or a reboot. So that's going to be pretty fun. We are, of course, playing some Red Dead roleplay on Natural State Roleplay. So if you ever want to give Red Dead Redemption roleplay a try, it's got to be the PC version, but you can always hit us up and we can get you included. You might even be able to be a part of the family. But yeah, it's been pretty good times. On Monday, we will be, of course, as long as equipment permit, doing an episode of Arkham Horror, which I lovingly called Arkham Horror today, and I thought that I was quite clever for that joke. So yeah, our resident Gray Skull, is that what he goes by? Flame Skull.
Flame Skull. It's a nickname that came from the D&D community here.
Okay,
He's
well, yeah.
Flame Skull.
So he is the one that runs that one. So I'll be on the first few episodes while we kind of get him set up for that show. Yeah. Oh, we also over on the Inner Geekdom are getting ready to start doing our weekly discussions about The Boys, The Rings of Power, and House of the Dragon. So we have all three of those. We are still looking for people to be on those weekly discussions. So if anyone that watches this wants to get in on those, let us know. But we will be having those coming up very soon. It's getting into summer show season. It's going to be epic. That's all I got, Ben.
Forget the dragons. We do not kneel, bro.
And I am Ben. I have been your humble game master for this game. It's been wonderful to have you guys here. Thank you so much. Please stay tuned. Have some awesome stuff coming down the pipeline. Next week is the release of my web serial, and we've put out a lot of calls to other lit RPG authors, and they're supposed to be coming in, making an appearance in chat. Hopefully, I'm letting moderators know now that there'll be a few links being spammed by some of these other lit RPG authors that are supposed to be coming in to check things out. So it's supposed to be an awesome time, and I cannot wait to see you guys there. And once again, guys, thank you to the three of you for making this possible. We will definitely be playing again soon.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. Take it easy. Thank you again, and we will see you soon.